When I saw that Rancho Del Arroyo was going to include the collared peccary, I got so excited to actually get to hunt them. For what feels like months or maybe even years at this point, anytime someone would ask me what kind of map I wanted added to Call of the Wild, I would always respond with a North American desert-style map, and one species that I always mentioned wanting on such a map was the Javelinas, so I'm super excited to actually get out here and target them today, and I'm sure it's quite obvious, it is currently dark out, and that's because Javelinas drink from midnight to 3 AM. I kind of discovered their drink time while chasing the bobcat last time by accident, but I'm really hoping to find a number of them down here by the water and just kind of see what they have to offer. We've only shot, I think, maybe one or two so far, so I'm looking forward to kind of increasing our total here. And straight away, there are a number of them just kind of drinking across the water from us. I don't see any huge ones. There's a couple of pretty good estimate level 3s though, and I think that guy might be the best, so we'll try to drop him with the M1. And the lake's big enough that that shot's probably not going to send all the ones that could be around here drinking running off. So we'll have to watch the other areas, but nice to find one so quick and kind of confirm that this is at least idea with potential. So quite a long run around there, and unfortunately this seems to be the only herd that drinks at this lake. But we got ourselves a pretty decent size brown fur type. 92.2 is just a bit under gold, but that's cool to see another fur type on them already. We'll see if we can maybe go to this lake over here. Might be kind of decent. What I've noticed in hunting just kind of like the deserty area, more so looking for like coyotes and stuff, is that pretty much all up through here there were javelina tracks and zones everywhere, so I'm assuming pretty much any lake around there is a potential place for them to drink at. Man, that's gotta be a really big 4. They're scored the same as the wild boar, and 144 something is diamond. That guy had a minimum of, what was it, 126? We'll see if we can manage to hit that. They're all kind of running away here. We should be able to if we can keep them spotted. Just make a shot like that. And that's going to be definitely our best one to this point, because I think we shot a level 4 with the max weight estimate up to 31 kg like that, but it was, I'm pretty sure, only 120, so this guy should be guaranteed to go higher. Brown fur type again, and he actually is right at the minimum there at 126.5, but not too bad. And actually, again, we have a pretty huge lake here, so there might actually be more drinking along here. The nice thing is this time, though, we don't have to run all the way around just to claim them. As far as I can tell, unfortunately with this herd, there aren't any with any chance of gold. I think that max of 92 is the best estimate, so we'll go ahead and take that guy, and we'll maybe be able to see if there's any better ones, or they can all just run out at us, I guess. We'll try to spot them. Their noses are very pink, by the way, like especially at night. Hold on, there's one big 4 there. There are way more in here than apparently I was aware of. How many are going to come out of there? I still hear more. If they're going to go across up there, they're still coming, by the way. Maybe we can hit that big 4 wherever he got to. I don't know which he is. That's a different 4. Not the same one, but we'll take it. I guess we'll just spot everything that goes across that way. They should take the same path. Although I never saw that 26 to 31 estimate again. What the heck was that? I guess that was all of them. I don't see any more. I almost forgot there was one down even in here. I'm guessing this 26 to 31 is that level 4 we saw. That was ridiculous. We should have gotten a gold with the 4 we dropped up here, unless maybe it was like a spinal cord shot, but it's this tiny little crater lake. On the map, it was just absolutely loaded with, I don't know how many herds of javelina just all drinking in there. We might even get to see the other one. That was a dark gray decent 4. I think the 26 to 31 also said dark gray, and it went along up here. We must have just missed it. We'll see if somehow we can get eyes on it, but that was a little unexpected for a tiny lake like that. The problem is, they're such small little animals, and the fact that they're so dark as well, they just blend right in the night. And we keep on kind of spooking them out of their zones without seeing them. I do think once we know like where their zones are, it'll be a lot easier to hunt them and actually shoot them like when they're in there. But for now, we kind of continue to spook them. I'm really curious. I wanted to do that because with Red Fox I started doing it a little bit. And the 243 was capable of kind of getting sort of like a Texas heart shot sort of thing, but even just into the vitals is all that's necessary, and that is vital blood. And yeah, at least when they're kind of curled up like that, that's exactly sort of like what the Red Fox had to be like to reach a lung. You can do that and save a lot of time tracking, but anyway, I think we actually should have time to get to this lake north of us. It's going to be close, but hopefully we can get there, and then if we grab this outpost, I want to check probably these two lakes. I'm not sure this one might be too much in the mountains, but at the very least this one's kind of still in the sort of deserty terrain that the peccary spend time in. At the very least, we're looking at something that have a chance of being a gold again. After a bunch of 4s, we've kind of run into a lot of smaller ones, but there's a few over there with high estimates. I actually think these two herds might be far enough apart that we can take both of the bigger 3s. So we'll try to get that one first. That should be fine. And then the other one is right here. That angle's a little tougher. That might have been a brain shot. He kind of turned right into that. I'm not sure. Maybe it was a lung, but we might have messed that one up. I'm kind of just looking on the map. Since we got to go all the way up here to get the outpost, we might as well stop by that lake too, just in case there's any to drink there. So real quick, just kind of like an editor's note here, I realized that I didn't exactly explain how I knew there was an outpost up there, and I think this could help you guys out in unlocking your own maps. So when you're exploring around and you see a little bright spot on the map appear as if you've been to that area already, that is going to be the location of an outpost, and usually you have to be within like a kilometer and then you kind of see that stuff. So while you're running around, look for those kinds of things, and it can show you the locations of the outposts and sometimes save you some back and forth trips from the lookout points to the outposts. As we're kind of running by the first one that we dropped, which was just one shy of being a gold. See if our other one is maybe going to be a little bit better, and I really want to know where we hit it, because it looked to me like it turned like kind of right into where we shot, but maybe we're okay. Not straight in the brain, so he was too small anyway. I like the common color actually, just like that grayer tint. It looks nice. Anyway, we'll go ahead and work our way up to this lodge. Maybe we can kind of stumble into something on our way. I think really all the rabbit species in the entire game have this issue where they kind of just freeze fleeing. But since this guy is here, we have that issue again. I thought we might be able to hit it. We got it that time, but sometimes it seems like the shotgun just doesn't want to fire until you hit fire it. That's actually a dark brown, but they seem to be a lot more active at night. I've heard a lot of warning thumps and stuff. I actually haven't seen any, but they are feeding evidently from whenever that said, I guess 8 p.m. to midnight. So there's a decent little time frame in there to catch them when they're a little more active. So yet again, we've caused a sort of self-javelina drive. This spot is maybe better than the other. One of those looked kind of light in there, and I don't even know which one it was. Maybe it was just kind of the way the lighting was. There's a decent 3. Managed to get that one at least. And I think there's still more back there. I thought there were. There's one here. 2 of them. Guess a level 1 will be nice as well. 30 score on that guy. I don't really know exactly what causes them to do that. It's just got to be the way they have to path around the lake. That actually was a gold. So glad we made that shot. We might actually taxonomize that, because the level 4 that we had from last time, I don't remember what fur type it was, but it wasn't brown, so we might as well have 2 different ones and throw that multi-mount together. And given the lack of javelina for the rest of the lake, I thought we'd come back here and check this out, and there's a couple of things I've noticed. Number 1, with this attacking pose, you can see just how big and sharp their teeth are. Unlike the wild boar and the feral pigs, when their mouths are shut, you don't see any teeth at all, and it's cool to see the detail that went into that. The other thing is, we shot the brown fur type 1 at night, and it's a much, darker shade than I realized. And I think it looks really good, and I'm looking forward to seeing what other fur types they actually have, because clearly there are quite a number of variations. But I think they look good, and I'm wanting as well to eventually get some more and throw them on the wall, and see if they maybe have some of the mouth open poses like the boar and the feral pig. I assume they do. But if that's the case, it's going to be good to get to have them up there and actually show off those teeth, because clearly they put some time into making them, and I think they look good, so looking forward to getting to do all that. But it was nice to go after them, nice to kind of see the numbers that they're in. And hopefully, at some point here, once the map is actually out, we can get ourselves some diamonds and rares of them. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.